Good morning, convoy crazies, jerry can junkies, willies, wackos, mutt maniacs, deuce dukers, gamma goobers, mighty might munchkins, and mule monkeys. Johnny here, coming at you from the Tannehill Ironworks Historic State Park, outside a little town called McCalla, Alabama. We're here with the Dixie Division Military Vehicle Club, and today is their big show day and meet. All kinds of stuff going on today. We might do another trail ride. They're going to have their meeting. Steve, also known as Rooster, is over there already in the field kitchen cooking the meal for today. Boston butts, ribs, I think some brisket, all kinds of meat. Meat, meat, meat. Big thumbs up from me. I'm over here cooking my morning coffee on the old Coleman Dole fuel. Friggin' love this thing. I started running gasoline in it. It's so much better, cheaper, easier. And yeah, I got some McCafe breakfast blend in there. Good stuff. Nothing like a hot pot of McDonald's breakfast blend coffee out in the middle of nowhere. Nothing beats it. So I'm gonna finish cooking this up. The sun's gonna come up here eventually, and hopefully some more people will roll in.
March Unit 1, headquarters. Move out. Lead vehicle heading out of the fairgrounds. Thanks very much to Brown County Fairgrounds. March Unit 2, move out.
And what you see in the lens is fog. There's a dense fog advisory this morning. Yeah, I can see the water vapor in front of the flashlight here.
It was a good fog. There's a good fog out here.
Yeah.
About half this fog in here is Mother Nature, and about half of it's mine, because this thing has a this smoker has a damn tendency to fill this whole damn early in the morning when we have the air inversion.
Yeah.
Has it tendency to fill the whole valley up with smoke.
The Arctic top, huh? Don't see that very often.
That much.
Step side,
No, just fleet bed.
fleet bed.
Yeah, 'cause that old red truck, like I told you, it was a Bondo buggy, but this is not a nice shaped body. So I still got a square body. But yeah, it shocked me. He took that title in there, 'cause they had 83, and they stood away. We don't need that. But I think they told him it's 95 and above now. You gotta have a title pulled.
I'm gonna go over and check on Rooster.
I'm just gonna walk around and see who's here.
I feel like that thing grabbed some rubber when it shifted. always liked the way these looked.
A friend of mine bought one of them things. It was brand new, and it turned out to be a nightmare.
Really?
Yeah.
A lemon.
I mean, just everything you can think of went wrong with that thing.
Wonder if they're all like that.
Well, I've seen several people driving them. But they always run up a red flag for me. I never did get interested in one of them.
Matter of fact, one day off the
Well, that's what I say. You have to get good blood pressure stuff.
What was your pulse?
Let me go get my phone.
So it looks like this is shaping up to be a heck of a show. Look at all them Jupes over there. Oh man, we got a M135, a bunch of mutts, got a mule, a 5-ton come in pulling that S788 shelter. But a lot to see here, Stewart and Stevenson. A lot to see here, but the Penn State OSU game, home game, Beaver Stadium, State College, Pennsylvania. It's a noon game, 11 o'clock here in Alabama. So I'm gonna get my antenna set up. Now here's what I do whenever I'm coming into an area and I wanna watch something on TV. I get on the internet, I look up, let's say, I think it's called Channel Master is the website, but I'll just put into Google like antenna map, McCall, Alabama, and it'll pop up Channel Master website. It'll give me a directional map of the area. It'll show where the broadcast towers are. It'll show the signal strength. It'll show everything, the channel numbers, the digital numbers, the RF numbers, all that stuff. And I look and see if the channel that I want is on there. In this case, NBC is broadcast from Birmingham to the Northeast. So I bring up my compass on my phone then, and I'll swing and see, well, this way over here is Northeast, okay? So I'm gonna point my antenna in that direction, and hopefully it shows the signal strength on that website. Be able to pick up NBC here. 11 o'clock a.m. here. I'll be able to watch the home football game because they're broadcasting it on NBC this year. So all good in the hood. I do feel a little guilty that we'll be missing a little bit of the show, but we're gonna be here all day. So I gotta watch this game because I gotta give Rick and Molly and Connie a little heck whenever they lose today. Them darn Buckeyes is gonna lose. Go Big Blue. So yeah, I'm just gonna dig my antenna out and get set up here and then get the TV turned on, do a channel sweep on the TV and get my NBC on there. Because everywhere you go, so you move 100 miles up the road and the designations for the channels are all different. So you have to do another, channel search. So I'm gonna get all set up now. That's a neat box, handmade box. I like that a lot. Nice radio Jeep here. All the accoutrements. Very Very nice. Oh, that's the sign guy's Jeep. Very neat display he has.
Necessarily earmarked it,
You mean for the JROTC thing?
yeah, they've got a account that's separate from the school account.
Okay.
They'll use it for, like when they came over here yesterday, they use a school bus, they have to pay mileage. They go to the shooting matches, like the CMP or wherever, they have to pay mileage. So,
When you talking about, when they go to the matches, they have to pay mileage, they actually have to pay entry fee for their team. You gotta feed the kids, all that, in the long run, it costs them a lot of money to do something.
yeah, and the kids, it would take burden off some of their shoulders because some of those kids frankly don't have, they don't have a lot of money.
We earmarked it for the marksmanship thing, right?
For the JROTC, now, they might go to a competition like a Rough March or something, they can use the pay mileage for that because what we're aiming to be is like be a club sponsor, maybe put a Dixie Division logo somewhere on their team t-shirt or whatever, but I said the major and the sergeant both were really excited about it. The master sergeant was ex-fifth group. Do you get it, Lamar?
Kevin, I did a year of ROTC in high school, and till this day, I remember it done so much for me. And that's the reason I got a warm place in my heart for ROTC.
We invited them to come over today, but they have some kind of drill they're doing today, so they weren't able to come over.
As to continue the discussion, why could we make it $500 a year and do it annually, but yet they have to come on our annual meeting and present where the money went? Because $300 over 3 years doesn't really go far. I think if, and then you could up it every year if you wanted to, or cut it back, but they have to have some kind of accountability. Like Wendy's always comes.
Well, the schools, anything affiliated with schools, they have set record keeping requirements. All they'd have to do is send us the same report that they send to the school.
Kevin,
Nobody else.
I don't know, some of the kids, you know, that's a poor area of the state. The more specifications you put on it, the more difficult it is to spend the money. But, I mean, you can write at us a grant and say it's to be spent for this, this, and this, and this. Or you can tell them, you know, it's only ROTC, they'll set up a local school camp, ROTC only, and whoever's over at the major, I would think, would be the one that would do the purchase order to spend that money. They have to have a purchase order before the money's spent.
Okay, so
That's per the
on the
state,
floor
the county.
was for $1,000 donation initial to the JROTC. All in favor, raise your hand. Okay, motion carries. Okay, let's see.
Saturday before noon event, and it was empty at 12:30 or 1, and families with kids are trying to come out. There's nobody here. I've been personally chewed out because of that, and I understand your point. I really, really do. But when we're stacking up the events one right after another, it hurts us with what she mentioned. And so what I was trying to do when I was membership secretary, going back then, was to split the events up so that you had the meeting like now, 9 o'clock, and then we did something else, and then did something else. And so we wouldn't be away from our vehicles for hours. That was part of the reason why we moved the meals, to try to break things up. And my concern is our charter specifically says now that we have to do things to show to the public, to, you know, to give education and all that. And people with kids on Saturdays, I don't know, man, I can't beat my kids enough to get them out of the door before 10. I can't. And so that's part of the reason. I just wanted to bring that up from a historical perspective.
Lynn had his hand up.
Yeah, before this was changed, I had friends in Huntsville that had two young boys that they wanted to come, so I invited them to come down. They got here, of course, driving from Huntsville, it's 2 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes. Like Chris just says, he had to kick their boys in the ass to get them in the car to get down here. So they were here around noon. And by the time they got here, there were maybe 2 or 3 vehicles left. So they drove for 4 hours to come see 2 or 3 vehicles.
Can I rebut that?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Okay,
The question
yeah,
is, we're just talking about the meal was the proposal, not the rest of the stuff.
Under Rod's proposal, how much is this gonna cost?
All right, I sat down with Sam's House. Both of y'all have a Sam's House. I priced out 2 40-packs of hamburger meat, so a total of 80 hamburgers with buns, 80 hot dogs with buns, 100 bags of just Lay's potato chips, individual bags, 3-pack of ketchup.
Somehow or another, it was a jumble. They thought the club was paid for. You remember that?
No, that. Oh, that's what.
I don't want to be.
That's what's for dinner.
I want to be.
That's what's for dinner tonight.
Dixie Division.
I found their lunch. Can I take it to them? Yeah. Go ahead. 3 of them.
That's nasty.
Picture of home right this second.
Had a question about whether he would be able
out there in the background, that's where I live.
well, but now it'll be Pacula.
Quite a bit different than this. Hey guys, Johnny here, coming at you from Tannehill Ironworks here in Alabama there, buddy. Beautiful day. Watching the Penn State game. We're down 14-10 to OSU. And everyone's lining up to go on another trail ride. I think I'm gonna do that because the game don't start till the second half, right? Right, maybe we'll come back. Yep. Maybe we'll come back. We'll see. Something like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one more will make a pancake. Lucky number 7 on the trail ride. Wonder if Lamar's gonna ride along with me. What an honor that would be. Are you gonna do me the honor of hopping in?
I'm telling you what, I didn't get to go yesterday because I couldn't find a seat.
Well, you have one now.
Doug told me, he said, Johnny's going. Well, I'll get me a seat there. All right.
All right, ready to roll. You don't mind being tail gunner, do you?
I do not.
All right. So I like to get a little wild sometimes. I don't want to throw mud up on someone behind me. was fun.
Yes, it was. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, me too. I think so.
Still got all the
Her
blackout.
dad is our dad's brother.
Why did they put the big plug in under the
It's
dash?
maintenance. It's like the OBD, the Army version of OBD.
Like
You hook a stay ice into it.
Long,
Oh, okay.
30 days. It was,
Because we
but
pulled
we went
a
from cold
we pulled
to
a
hot,
military trailer,
which
a little,
really made it nice. Because
well,
if we
with,
would have started out with the warm and went to
aluminum
cold, that would have been
Mighty Mites.
awful.
a friend of mine.
But going
For the three. Penn State with a chance to tie this game up. Katron Allen.
Is there way down there?
Well,
Is that where we're going?
Wish we had a cool park like this by us.
Yeah, really.
I'd work at it. Well, wouldn't it be fun? You meet people from out of state. It'd be fun. Hell yeah, you could ride my four-wheeler. Oh. How come it always has to be whoa?
Well, because that's the only way to do it. Nope. That's the only way to do it.
I missed it. But we're in the woods.
Yeah. That's Mill Creek is what that's called. I guess it fed that grist mill over there. That paracord wrap's pretty cool. A nice Humvee. Nice looking truck. Got a little mud on my tires.
Russell goes to the back of the line.
There 24 years.
Okay. Lord, we thank you for this time we have together with our friends. Thank you, Lord, for all the blessings we got. Thank you, Lord, for this food. Lord, we had it.
Do what?
That's quite the setup.
It sure
Built by
is.
hand, you know they build by hand.
Yeah. And the stonework is amazing.
Yeah. Talented men. I'm gonna take pictures. Stop.
Okay.
I wonder if they'll do it without a flash.
I'll wait.
right here if you want to get out and get closer. Look at the smile on her face. Did you get it?
Now I can remember what it is when I put it in my book, because it says slave quarters trails. 1859. Wow. Is your last stop before you go home, or are you going to sightsee through Tennessee or anything?
Well, I'm heading up tomorrow night. I have a KOA at, I forget what the name of it is. Laurel Lake, I think, Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Yeah.
I can drive a ways.
Yeah. Yeah, I love those 135s. They're such a handsome looking truck.
Just to be sure, put rocks in your pockets so they won't carry you off. But the mosquitoes were terrible. In Alaska, they were terrible.
There are times when they are. They cost you dust.
Lamar?
Yeah.
Pretty bad in Mississippi too, but
Didn't happen to be
I'd experienced
phone
them
number.
here to the point where I don't like them anymore.
They bite you at home.
I love phones.
Yeah,
Don't you love phones?
There's terrible mosquitoes up in Canada.
And he built it for his granddaughter, and she didn't like it. So he brought it to the show, and I looked at them mules, I bet you a dozen times over the weekend, and then I went by late Saturday evening, one of them was gone. I said, if I'm gonna get it, I better grab it. I paid $6,500 for it.
6,500.
Yeah, and back then that was a high price for a mule. But everything on it was brand new. Engine was brand new, tires brand new. I kept that thing, oh gosh, probably 20 years. I'm gonna
Put all of your questions in writing.
and sold it for
Is
$12,000.
your campground
I believe that.
Yeah, me
still
too.
operational, right?
Them folks took that thing, they sold the 2 mobile homes down by the lake, put sites around the lake. They've got 35 sites now and they keep them full. They built a little store.
She used to use that to call the kids in. I get
I think
separated
I've
from
heard
her in
you
the
use it
store
on
one
Kevin a
time.
time or
She
two,
blew that
hadn't
thing.
yes.
Oh, a good week and a half. And we stopped this night and we was having the driver's meeting. And this jerk, there's another Rodney. He spoke up and he said, what did Lamar do with all the spam? Is he keeping it all to himself? And one of the guys, one of my buddies, said, hey fella, said, where you been? He said, that spam's been on Lamar's tailgate every night since he picked it up. And he's told us at every driver's meeting, if we wanted spam, to come get it. He says, have you been skipping out on the driver's meeting?
Yeah, for real.
Because it was a rule that you had to be at that driver's meeting if you was going to drive in the convoy.
Yeah, I see that.
But I could have kissed that guy.
Yeah,
that
for
spoke
real.
up.
Yeah, but spam, that stuff's got expensive too.
I know.
Gosh,
Usually the cheapest
Main
meat
of
you can
sausage,
get, but
my
golly.
goodness, what, $1.50 a can?
I
Or
know.
was it, or was it $3?
Yeah, it's more like it. It's $1.50 can.
When that thing happened in North Carolina, one of the companies there, local companies, parked 2 semis at the Piggly Wiggly, and they was filling one of them with water and one of them with other stuff. So we went to Dollar General and bought some stuff, and then we went on up and Piggly Wiggly. I couldn't believe what that stuff was.
It's ridiculous.
Spam was $4 or $5
Oh, yeah, I
a
can.
can.
Used to be cheap.
He quit complaining about
But
what
we
I
got-
spent on groceries.
They still, Piggly Wiggly was real smart. They had full cases sitting in the aisle. So we get a case of Spam and a case of Vienna sausage. See, what I had in mind, them people needed something to eat. And they needed something to eat that they could open it up and eat it. We bought soda crackers, Spam, and
Yeah,
Vienna
nothing
sausage.
you could heat or cook. They didn't have any.
They didn't have any way to cook, so you had, I mean.
Exactly.
Sounds neat.